Hey, hi, howdy, hello, my name is Emily. Welcome back to my channel. I make bookish and writing videos that come out every single Friday. Today, welcome to week 2, episode 2 of my weekly writing vlogs. Today I was at the library. If you can't tell, I have a dress on. But yeah, I'm already at the library because today is already Monday and I am on Monday, Tuesday, Friday this week. So today, tomorrow at the library, and then Wednesday, Thursday, we will be hardcore working on the book. I'm so close to finishing the red pen edits on the first draft, so that is the plan for this week. Hello, welcome. I hope you had a great weekend. It has only been 2 days since I spoke to you, since I finished the last vlog. If you haven't seen that one, go watch it. It gives you a lot of context to now what we're doing here specifically, because that was the first writing weekly vlog. And today, since I'm already done with library things, I checked my first book out to a patron today, and I was also given a book to read. So quick library instructional reading vibes haul, I guess. This is Harnessing the Power of Google, Christopher C. Brown. Apparently this book is no longer in print, but the librarian gave me a copy for myself and told me to read it. Am I gonna learn anything new in this book? I don't know. I'm a millennial. I've been using Google basically my whole life to answer questions, so I might learn a few things, maybe brush up on something, since it's been quite a long time since I was a college student, but hopefully this may give you some good insights. It's not very thick, and I plan to read it during downtimes at the reference desk, which from my understanding, when school starts next week, is going to be few and far between. But anyway, yeah, today I checked my first book out to a student. I got a jacket with the school name on it, which is super cool and fun because it's freezing in the library. Tomorrow, they are, and by they I mean the 2 full-time librarians, are taking me around to meet all of the faculty that they work with, who they give like research and instruction library classes to, so I have to pick a really good outfit and look really nice. If you watched my first week video, I think I'm gonna wear the dress with the collar that is really long, that has the print on it that screams summer, because it's almost the end of August and I don't have a lot of time to wear summer screaming things like in season anymore, so I'm definitely gonna have to get a wear or 2 of that one in before like it's technically fall, even though today and tomorrow will be the hottest days of August. Tomorrow the high is supposed to be 103, so since we're gonna be walking, I was like, I have to wear a dress, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I do have I know I said I wasn't going to include reading in here, but I meant only reading that isn't going to get included in any other video. So last night I finally got in the mood to read again after finishing Gideon the Ninth on Friday, and I kind of was like needing something short that I could effortlessly blow through because I wanted to start a different video, books for different videos. So I picked up the second book, and this is Monstrous Matches. This says A Love Bathhouse Monster Romance, and the first one is like something the Kraken, and then this one is Deceived by the Gargoyles, and these books are by Lillian Lark. They are available on KU, and I blew through 25% of this book last night in one sitting. I read like 116 pages. It was to the point where I was like, I don't want to go to bed because I want to keep reading this book because it's so addictive and good and fun and spicy and angsty, and I didn't want to put it down, but I was like, no, Emily, you have to go to sleep. And then I was reading it during my lunch break today, and I was like, I don't want to go back, I want to read this book more. So last week on Thursday, after I came home from the library, I was like, oh, I have a good amount of energy left, let me edit my book a little. So then I edited like 10 pages of my book, but then I was absolutely brain dead for the rest of the night. No fun reading, no work reading. All I did was stare either at my phone screen on Heyday, which my friend code on Heyday is down below if you want to be friends with me on Heyday. I deleted all my social media and replaced all of it with Heyday basically, and we binge watched the new season of Love Island UK, which is currently coming out on Netflix, and that was like all the capacity I had to do. But I love to read, and like I don't feel complete if I'm not reading a book like for fun. So I feel like on library days I'm going to dedicate after library stuff to YouTube things, because it doesn't take as much brain power and it's stuff that needs to get done because I post videos on Fridays, so it kind of works out anyway. So that is my plan for now, is that like Monday, Tuesday, usually Thursday, but this week Friday, after work at the library, I'm gonna do YouTube things, which is why I'm starting this video right now. So yeah, this book, I mean, it's paranormal romance. She's a witch, he's a gargoyle, but he also has like other gargoyle boyfriends, and they're a clan, and they're gonna bring her into the clan, and it's kind of dramatic, and she has like a suitor from like previously that won't leave her alone, so they're like protecting her. It's really good. It's so addicting. I'm probably, after I do this, gonna go sit down, finish the YouTube that I need to finish, and then just binge read this book for the rest of the night because I literally can't think of doing anything else. So yeah, welcome to a new week. Welcome to week 2. Today was my second day of being a librarian, so that was fun. And welcome back, and let's get going. I will check in with you probably tomorrow because, to be honest, I'm just gonna eat dinner and read my book and that kind of thing. So bye. This dog desperately wants it to be fall. It is probably 90 degrees out here. Hello, good morning, and happy Wednesday, friends. Yeah, yesterday I went to the library and I literally was up and about like the whole time that I was there, and I came home so tired. And then we got pizza dinner with my dad, and then I came home and we watched Hard Knocks, and I read, and I conked out. So you didn't miss really anything. And today is Wednesday. It's about 10 a.m. a little earlier. Got up, walked the dog, made some breakfast, had some tea, put a little makeup on, and we are ready to go for the day. Today is a book editing day. My dad did ask me to paint today, but 3 days of the library means I only have 2 days to work on my book a week, which is part-time. But it doesn't really feel that part-time, so I was like, no, I don't want to paint. I want to work on my book. So here we are today. I counted it up last night, and I think I only have 50 pages of my book left to edit. So I really want to get that done today. That is my biggest main goal of the day, is editing all 50 pages of the book. And that's what's left. And if I complete that, I think I'm gonna reward myself with a little Sephora trip. So I will take you with me and maybe give you a little haul, because I need a couple things. I need some staples, and I might go rogue and get like a purple eyeliner or a black liquid eyeliner or a brown liquid eyeliner. I might go a little rogue. I have some things that I need there, because my actual brown eyeliner that I use pretty much every time I do my makeup is about this big, and it's getting hard to hold on to it and like get it where it needs to be. So yeah, we are going to edit 50 pages, then reward ourselves with a little trip to Sephora. I also need to get gas. I also need to make a couple like doctor's appointments, like an eye doctor appointment. So that's all on the list. Happy Wednesday. Welcome. I will check in with you maybe around lunchtime or so. I forgot to tell you that I did finish Deceived by the Gargoyle last night. The night before. I think I finished the epilogue during my lunch at the library, and I ended up giving it 5 stars, which is really excellent, because I think I gave the first book in the series, which follows a Kraken and like the Matchmaker Witch, I think I gave that 4 stars. So I even liked the second book in the series better than the first book, because it was male, female, which I like better than just male, especially like in fiction and stuff. And so I had a really good time with that. It had everything I wanted it to have. Like, when you have like these like alpha male society, really possessive and protective dudes, you want them to have a reason to be protective. And she had like this guy that she went on like 2 dates with who wouldn't leave her alone, and then like kind of kept escalating things, and so that like the guys had to like intervene, and it was so good. And then it kind of had like a really like high plot point like for that, like when the guy did something like really crazy and they had to like go in and do like rescue stuff. It was really good. It kind of had everything that you would want a book with like that particular set of features and like that setup to have. So I feel like every time I was like, oh, I hope this happens, it did. So it checked all the boxes, so I gave it 5 stars, and I read it in 2 days. I think I read 250 pages of it in 1 day, because I like literally couldn't put it down. And I will be continuing the series. I think there's at least 2 more. I think the next one has something to do with snakes. I think it's a snake one, like a basilisk, which I don't know, not that open to scales. That might be where my line in monster romance is scales. Well, I liked the dragon one by Katie Robert too, so I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. That's all I had to say. Now I'm really gonna go now.
flows. High low shouldn't be this stock broke, shouldn't be this hard to tell you I want more. I wanna see that you want me, snatch me up quick, let's see the ring. I wanna know, can we move forward, bust down that door, playing all my cards now, 'cause I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby, don't wanna take it slow. I've been waiting, but every time I think about you, baby, don't wanna take it slow. But I can't wait.
I cannot believe I finished. It's done. First edits. She is neat. Look at that. All done. I did all of that. First round done. Now to decide what to do next. I think I'm gonna do the storyboard thing because I feel like I need to get everything that happens laid out by chapter so that I could see it and make sure that the timeline works and everything flows and I'm not missing things or anything like that. So that's what I think we're gonna do next. I have no idea how long that's gonna take me, but to be honest, right now I don't plan on doing that today. I feel like since I finished this, I can get all my other stuff done. I booked an eyebrow appointment at 2:30 and I'm trying to decide if I want to go to Sephora before my eyebrow appointment so I can go out with my brow makeup done and not my face really red, or if I want to do all of the less fun things first, like phone calls and stuff, and then do that after. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll do like 1 or 2. There's really only 3 things to do. 4 things to do before, really for the rest of the day. And then to be honest, I plan on treating myself and reading. So let me go get the other stuff done. Look how red my eyebrows are from getting waxed. That's why it's been 4 months since I've been, but I really needed it. So I came home just to pee because I was really close to my house and I didn't want to pee at the mall. But we're about to go to the mall to go to Sephora. Maybe pop into Barnes & Noble if I'm feeling cheeky. But I'm about to go look crazy at Sephora where literally everybody who works there is like totally snatched. So fun. Hello, good morning. Happy Thursday. Nick is at the office today, so it is just me and baby out here vibing by ourselves. Just had breakfast. I already struck 2 things off my to-do list today, but I realized that I clocked out last night before I gave you, come here, a haul of any kind of what I got yesterday. So I'm gonna do that really quick, and then I'm gonna talk about the book that I read 35 pages of and then decided to give up on, so we'll do that after. Let's start with the books. You saw most of these. So they had this book. Okay, this book is Serena Bowen and Elle Kennedy, and you know that I love both of them, and they wrote this together. This has been on my TBR for 8 million years, but it is not on Kindle Unlimited. It is only at the library, and I have a way of putting off library books to read Kindle Unlimited books, so I was like, let me grab this while I'm here. I've never seen a physical copy of this anywhere, like in print, especially not at Barnes. But it was buy one, get one 50% off. So I was like, okay, well, let me I'm gonna get this one, so let me find one to get 50% off. So I got this one, which is the second book in the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. This is her original series that was on Kindle Unlimited. I've read all of Chestnut Springs, but I feel like before I go to her new series, which I think is like Wild Rose, I should go back and finish her first series because that one is already done and published, and I can wait for more of the other ones to come out. But this was book 2, so I also got book 1. These are, to my knowledge, still on Kindle Unlimited, but because I know I love Elsie Silver, I don't really have a problem buying these, knowing that I really love her writing style and stuff, even though they are on KU, because I think eventually I would read these and love them so much that I would want to have copies of them anyway. So that's what I did. I also got a copy of a book in the Love Light Farm series, but it turns out that I got the wrong one because Barnes & Noble, if you saw the clip that I put up, had them in the wrong order on the shelf. So I did not double check on like my Goodreads which book was book 4. I just grabbed the one in the 4th book position, like in the last book position, and it was the wrong book, and a book I already own a copy of. So I have to take that back, so I'm not going to show it because that's on me. But then I went to Sephora. They don't carry Clinique anymore, which is lame as fuck. So but I probably won't get the Clinique 24-hour like moisture surge or whatever. I probably will just get the CeraVe one at the grocery store because I can just get it while I go get my groceries at H-E-B instead of trying to like go to a different place. But I got everything that I said I was gonna get except purple eyeliner and plus one other thing. So all of this in my hand was $100 because that's how makeup works apparently. The Urban Decay 24/7 fine liner or eyeliner. This isn't the darkest brown they have, which is called Corrupt. This is like my 8th one of those. Tower 28 Beauty Mascara in Jet Black. NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. That's like the second palest shade. But I have like really neutral undertones. And then I got, this is just a Sephora brand specifically, but this is their brush eye pen and it's brown. And I love the way a winged eyeliner looks on me, but I feel like wearing straight up black wing eyeliner to the library is like a little overkill. So I was like, let me get brown and see how it looks. I might wear this today. I have lunch plans with Brittany. We're gonna go to Cava, so I'm gonna put my makeup on, so I might use like some of these that I have. And then the last thing I got, I called an audible at the checkout line. This is the Laneige lip mask, dewy lip mask in Vanilla, and I got this from my purse because I had chapstick in there, but I cannot find it. And you're not always in the mood for a color. Sometimes you just want, you know, moisture without color. So that's why I got this. I've had one of these before. That smells like cake batter. Nick is gonna try and steal this from me. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I've had one of these before and I've finished a whole one. I think the one I had before was like pear, but I didn't see pear on there. They had like blueberry, gummy bear, candy, mixed berry, and vanilla. And I'm a vanilla bitch, so that's what I got. That's everything I got from Sephora. Okay, so I read 35 pages of The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Technically the night before last. I was gonna read more last night, but I was gonna read this for a video that I was calling Vampires Are So Back because I thought that recently some vampire books had come out and I thought that this was one of them because look at the hand with the lace and the ring and stuff. Tell me that doesn't look like a vampire hand, because to me it totally does. And then the thing on Goodreads says something about an immortal familiar, and I didn't know what a familiar was, so I thought maybe it was like some kind of euphemism for vampire. So I thought there was vampires in this book, and apparently there is not. And so I was like, if the answer to this mystery is not vampires, then I don't really care what the answer is. Does that make sense? Like, sure, the first 35 pages were like mildly intriguing, but the writing style is really slow and everything is kind of moving at a molasses pace. And I don't love the third person POV that switches between the two characters. Like, I like it in romance, but for some reason I didn't like it in this. And our main character is kind of boring, to be honest. Like, besides the fact that she can like maybe theoretically do a little bit of magic, which they never specifically call magic to my knowledge, and they are more worried about her being found out to have like a bloodline of a Jew than a witch, which doesn't make any sense to me. Like, they are not like literally like, oh, you're gonna get hanged for being a witch because you can do like a little bit of magic. But she's just like really worried about people finding out she's got like Jewish parents, and I'm like, I don't really understand the context of this. Maybe because I don't understand anything about like I think it says like the Spanish Golden Age. Maybe because I don't understand anything about that. But like, yeah, I was just lost in this book. And I asked the worms, and they told me that there's technically no witches, there's no vampires, and nothing is ever really explained. And they had this book as a book club pick for last month. I don't know where the fuck I was. But basically during the live show, nobody liked it. So I'm just gonna cut my losses now, because this book is like 350 pages, almost 400 pages. And it's a physically large book, so there's a lot of words on these pages. So I'm just gonna cut my losses now and move on to something else, which will be in a different video. Because even though last week I said I wasn't gonna talk about books in these videos, but like the last couple books that I've talked about, like that one and the gargoyle one, those aren't gonna make it in any other videos. So you may as well hear about it here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna work on my book now. So let's go, I guess we can go to the office so I can explain, even though the lighting in there is not as good as it is out here, but Eaties weedies. The lighting is not good at all because it's kind of overcast and cloudy. So we have a couple hours, probably like 2.5 until lunch. So let's get some book things going. I will meet you in the office to explain. You might be asking yourself, Emily, what's next for the book? Now that you have finished editing it for the first time as a first draft. Funny you should ask, because I don't know either, but I'm gonna do this. So I went to Walmart and I bought this big poster board, the kind you do like middle school science presentations on. How do I open this? Because I thought to myself, it's like a trifold, you know, like this way. Nick suggested that I get everything out where I can see it. So my plan is to get these, like, I'm gonna do 3, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna show you. Let me put this down. I don't know how to explain this to you, because I think technically storyboards are a television writing thing. I don't necessarily think that they're a book writing thing, but I'm trying to figure out the best way, the easiest way for me to make sure that the storyline in my book makes sense and that things aren't missed or dropped off or not tied up, and to see like the timeline that I need to be following, to adjust like when I say like what day it is or what month it is or whatever. So my plan to do that is to get some sticky notes. I'm gonna color code them, I decided. So like, let's say yellow is the chapter. So the yellow ones will be for chapters. They will just say prologue, chapter 1 through however many, and then epilogue. And then I'm gonna color code them also by character POV. So it'll be chapter 1, and this will be its own sticky note. And then under that sticky note will be, let's say, green for Noah as a boy or whatever. This is Noah's POV is green, and this is the scene, this is what happens, these are the scenes that happen under this chapter. Okay, so like if Audrey has a scene in the chapter, she will get one like this, so they're gonna be like this. So every time like I get a new yellow one under here, line them all up on the big storyboard, that will signify the end of the chapter. And like you saw yesterday, I have like 47 chapters, which I think is unnecessary. So I'm going to try and cut them down as I'm reading, because I don't think I need that many. I think I was a little gung-ho with the chapters at the beginning. I know people like short chapters, but I feel like that's too many. And then, oh, my battery is dying. Let me get started and I'll show you what I mean. How about that? Okay, so here's how it's going. So you can see we have the chapter on there. So this is the prologue, and I also decided to put the timeline on there, so maybe it would help me when I am like correcting the timeline and making sure it makes sense. Then here we have, this is Audrey's, pink is Audrey's, blue is Noah's, yellow is chapters. So we have a chapter, each of their POV in that chapter, the next chapter, their POVs. That's as far as I got. And that took me, I'm trying to get the whole thing in there for you. That took me a while. So I have this whole board. I'm hoping that's enough space. I at first was like, should I put more than one action on each of the sticky notes? And I was like, no, because if I change it, then I only have to rewrite one sticky note. But then I started doing it because I was like, if I do every little detail that I want and I do them all individually, I'm gonna run out of sticky notes, or I'm gonna fill this whole board without finishing the book. I guess I could do the back too if I really needed to. So then I started doing bullet points. So it's got like bullet points of what happens in their POV in that chapter, in like that section. And so that's where I'm stopping. I have started, swing you around here. I've started this, which is a first draft timeline. I'm trying to do it because I really need to figure out the timeline of like, you know, when his initial injury that takes him out of the end of the last season, when his rookie contract ends, when you would come back from theoretically an ankle injury, so when would he be at the yoga classes, but also make sure that I'm not skipping too much time without you like seeing things happen, I guess. I don't know. I was trying to do this as I go because I'm gonna see like the dates on here that I put on here, but I feel like it's making the actual storyboarding harder, and I should just try and do that on its own later. So I might abandon this for now because it's making things take a lot of time, and I was trying to just copy it down the way it was written, but in my head I was like, no, I need to fix it, but I don't really need to fix it. I can do that later. But my original plan for the day was to do this and maybe a little cleaning all day, but my dad is still at that other house painting, and he asked me on Tuesday night if I could paint, and I can because I had Wednesday and Thursday off this week. I just didn't want to because those were the only 2 days this week I had to work on my book. But then I talked to my mom today, and she was asking me if I could paint tomorrow, which is Friday, and I can't because I have to go to the library for like a staff training, an all-day in-person training with like everybody who works at the library. So I'm busy tomorrow, but it's only 11:30 and I have lunch plans. But I can go directly from Kava from lunch to the house to help paint, so I probably am going to do that. I know it makes this video kind of lame because I thought I was gonna have another 5 hours of weekly writing vlog content on here, but duty of the oldest millennial daughter calls, and it's not like they will have this house to paint forever. It is just something that's going on right now, and when it's over, it's over, you know what I mean? And they're gonna be out of town a lot next month in September. I think they're gonna be out of town for like 3 weeks, so they won't even be around for me to like go to this house and help, and like everything will be at a standstill, and I will have every one of my days off during that time to work on this book because I won't have like them around that need help, and like they won't be working on this house because they will be out of town. So I feel like I just have to go today and give dad my half day. And at least I didn't have to get up early, because that's really the worst thing, is getting up early to do it and doing it literally all day. So at least I only have to do it a half day, but that kind of ruins my like get cute, put a little makeup on, take a little thumbnail kind of plans. So that's not really the worst. But so I'm just gonna wear my paint clothes to Kava because Brittany doesn't care, and it's just Kava. So I'm gonna wear my paint clothes to Kava and then go from Kava to the house because it's kind of in that direction anyway, and then I'm gonna paint with my dad for the rest of the day, and then I will be back and we're gonna have breakfast for dinner. And tomorrow I will check in with you. I don't even really know. Probably the next time you see me will be me wrapping up this video because things just kind of got like crazy. But this is real life. This is not like the kind of like life influencer who, you know, has like everything perfectly planned and they know exactly what they're doing every day and they have like this really set schedule that they follow. No, not here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's going on. So I hope you enjoy. So my dad wasn't even there, called me on my way to lunch and was like, I'm not at that property today painting, I'm doing something else. And I was like, oh, okay, well, never mind then. I'll just go home after lunch instead of meeting you. And he was like, well, we are painting on Saturday morning. So now I am painting, helping on Saturday morning. Just a half day though, because it's a Saturday, so that's fine. I just am gonna go be a hand, just to get it done. And then I came home from Cava and I saw that Danielle was home from work. She's a nurse, so I called her because we haven't caught up in a while, and we talked on the phone for 2 hours while we cleaned mutually. I cleaned both bathrooms. I did do the homemade spray thing on the glass shower door, and it absolutely fucking reeked like vinegar, like it literally burned my throat. And to be honest, I don't know if it's that clean, but it's as good as it's gonna get. So, and then I emptied the dishwasher and put away the clean dishes, and I cleaned both the bathrooms, and I dusted, and then I worked on Brittany's graduation invitations and got those sent off to the printers so that I can mail them next week. And now I'm about to clean the floors for Nick, because even though it's his job, and even though he did not take the trash out to the curb this morning like he said he was going to, I had to do it. He has to mow the lawn tomorrow and I don't. So I figured if I do the floors today and he mows the lawn tomorrow, then on Saturday when I'm painting, he can do all the laundry. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get the floors clean, and then we're gonna have breakfast for dinner tonight. I'm super fucking pumped for that. But to be honest, if I have some time, I'll probably work 1 more hour on my book this afternoon, because it's only 4 o'clock right now and he won't be home until 5:30 from work. So I probably, if I can do all the floors in a half hour, then I can work on my book for 1 more hour, and that would be cool. So we'll see. But if not, I will see you tomorrow. Well, since cleaning the floor took more time than I expected it to, like an extra 20 minutes than I thought it would, and I don't have time to work on my book anymore, and tomorrow I'm going to the library and we'll be there all day, and then it will be the weekend, and I don't like to vlog on the weekend because I like to do other things besides like keep up and think about and make sure I have a video for the next week. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a great time, a great day, a great afternoon or night wherever you are. If you want to see me work more and get more detailed and get more progress done on my storyboarding, as I'm calling it, even though I don't really know if that's what it technically is, be sure to watch the next video after this one, because I am gonna just put these in chronological order as I go in real time, and hopefully it doesn't take me all that long, so there's not like weeks and weeks of me just doing that. But thanks so much for rocking with me this week, and I'll see you in my next one. Wait, before you go, don't forget, go down there, like and subscribe before you leave, and you can hit the alarm bell to know when I post, which is every single Friday. And okay, now you can go. Bye.